G'day YouTube, just a video here of me making a bath enclosure. So this is from my own place we're living in out in rural Queensland. I'm replacing the bath and making it a bit nicer for us. The guy that built the house did an absolutely disaster of a job in the bathroom and all the tiled areas. I'm just showing you how to build, or how I'm going to build a bath enclosure. So I've never actually done a bath enclosure before, but this is the way I'm going to do it. Now, those that are new to the channel might not know, I'm a painter and also I'm just about a qualified carpenter. Sorry, it's raining here, the noise, it's pissing down rain. So I'm 2 modules shy of being a qualified carpenter as well, so I kind of know what I'm doing now with the framing stuff. A lot of my earlier stuff was a bit rough, but now my tippy skills are up there. I say I'm like a retarded carpenter, but I can certainly show you what to do. So what I'm doing here is I'm cutting the lengths I need for the top and bottom plates of the wall, and then I'm cutting the nogs. So the nogs are the bits that, well, they're not actually nogs, they're technically studs because they're vertical. So I'm calling them nogs because they're short like nogs would be, but they're actually the studs. So basically I've cut a block to 490 less 3 by 35. So the thickness of the timber is 35 millimeters. I've cut the height of the wall minus 3 by 35. The reason for that is the top and bottom plates are going to be doubled up like that, and the bottom plate is just going to be single. So to get the height of the stud, you minus those 3 numbers off the total height you want, which gives you the exact height of what I'm going for is 490, basically like a rectangle standing up. And then on the top one, because the bath's got to sit in, I'm going to cut probably a channel down there on the top nog and all the way around, and the bath will sit in that channel. And that will give it good support all the way around. It's also got to sit on a mortar bed, which is a little bit tricky. I haven't had to do that before. I'm not really smashing this out. I sort of do a half hour here, half an hour there. It's just taking me weeks because I'm just not up to doing huge amounts every day. I just do a bit, I stop, so, which is fine. I'm okay with that. So I'm just doing this today, just getting it ready. So that's I've got one side sitting in there already, and this is the other side, and then I just got to sort of box it in, which I'll probably make when it's sitting in there. And then it gets lined with cement sheet, waterproofed and tiled. So waterproofing is just like painting basically. There's not a whole lot of difference to it. And yeah, it's really not a whole lot to it. I can show you a bit of that anyway. So this is basically how you will build a bath enclosure. So, and when I mark it out, basically what I'll do is I'll put all the studs on top of each other, and I will draw 70, 70, 70 lines, and I'll space them at 450 centres. So every 450 there'll be a stud, and then I'll put an X on the side of the line where I want the stud to sit. I haven't got a pencil I'd show you, but basically there'll be a line there, and an X there. So the stud will land, line there, X there. So the stud will land there. So basically it's going to be like that. And if I double studs, it's called laminating. I'll just nail 2 together like that if I have to do that for some reason. Sometimes if you join at a corner, you turn them that way, and then put one on top as well. That's how you can do that. It's fairly simple construction. There's nothing too difficult about it. But a lot of people, just even marking out these frames, I'll do a video how to mark out a frame, and this is any house frame, how to mark it out properly. So I will do that and upload that for you at a later date. But today, this is probably all I'll be doing today, just cutting this, getting it all ready, and then maybe nailing it together tomorrow if I feel like I can be bothered. But I will show you the process for marking out these studs, and it is the proper Australian standard carpentry way of doing it. So that's what I'm going to be showing you here. It's not, well, how I'm doing it, but it is to Australian standards. Now my waterproofing, I'm not quite going to do up to Australian standards because I know what I'm going to be able to get away with and where needs to be waterproofed and how the water's going to flow. And I'm going to sort of not entirely waterproof the tub, but the shower of course will be waterproof. I'm just sort of waterproofing down to the lip of the tub, which will be tiled over with a bit of silicone, and then the face of the tub, and underneath will be cement sheet. And what I'll do is I'll put a cement sheet down, concrete on that, and maybe waterproof around underneath the tub. But there's no water going to get down there anyway, and there's a hole near the plug hole, so if any water does come out near the plug hole, it'll just go out anyway. So, I mean, technically wrong, but I believe I can get away with it. I pulled the old tub up and he did an absolutely terrible job, and I'm going to be doing a lot better than he did, and there was no water under there anyway, and he didn't do half the stuff I'm gonna do. So anyway, I'll just leave you with that. So that's the Ryobi chop saw I bought. It's a 305mm compound miter chop saw. It was only a cheap one. I mean, I'm using it a bit now. I'm getting quite a lot of use out of it. Cut a bit of aluminium on the, it does cut aluminium like soft metals, but it does blunten the blade as well. It's probably not a real great blade, just the Ryobi blade that it comes with. So I'll probably get a Makita blade, like one of those Diablo blades or something, which is a lot better. And for what I don't cut on this, I've got a Makita table saw I use as well. So I actually use that quite a bit for some, like I've done for flooring and stuff. You want to be very accurate cuts. The table saw is great for that. They both have their uses anyway. All right, till next time. Thanks for watching. Click like and subscribe.